Good morning, students. Welcome back for the SST session, Class 5. Let's continue with Chapter 6, What If It Finishes? Earlier in the previous video, we have discussed about the bus journey in which the students were on their way to the Adlat Stepwell. So, now kids, let's move forward and they have reached the petrol pump. You can have a look of a petrol pump, how it looks like. Here people come with their vehicles to fill the fuels, as without the fuel the vehicles cannot run. So when we move towards the story, here on the petrol pump, let's read. After some time, our bus stopped at a petrol pump. There was a long queue. It seemed as if we would have a long wait. We all got down from the bus and started looking around the petrol pump. We saw many large boards and posters. Now kids, as you all can see that the picture of the petrol pump where the students are standing, it is given over here. So as the bus requires fuel to run, so to refill the petrol, the bus stopped at the petrol pump. You can again have a look in the picture. A lot of crowd was there at the petrol pump. So the children decided to get down from the bus. They started moving here and there on the petrol pump and saw many posters and banners. Now these posters and banners, what they do, they give us certain facts and written information in very bold letters so that one can easily read out. Just like you students prepare charts for your classroom, same posters or banners are there on the public places, and they are just the bigger version of charts in your classroom. Now kids, just have a look in this yellow poster. What is written on it? Petrol and diesel will not last forever. Save it for your children. Make every drop go a long way. Switch off the engine when you stop the car. So students, petrol and diesel, if you do not use it wisely, one day it will vanish. Means it will not be there and it will finish off. As it takes millions of years to form under the earth, we should not waste even a single drop of it and use public vehicles instead of going privately in a separate car. Now kids, when we talk about the price of petrol and diesel, it keeps on changing every now and then. So every day it gets updated on this banner. You can have a look. The date is written over there, 13th July 2017. Suppose if the current date is 13th July, so they have updated the rate of petrol, that is rupees 64.91 per liter, and the diesel is 54.70 per liter. So by observing this, we can say that diesel is quite cheaper than petrol. The rate of diesel is cheaper and petrol is costlier than diesel. Now let's go ahead. We could not understand why it was written that petrol and diesel would not last forever. We thought of asking an uncle who works at the petrol pump. Now they started the conversation. The students started the conversation with the uncle who was there at the petrol pump. Abraham, uncle, from where do we get petrol and diesel? Uncle who works at the petrol pump. From deep, deep, deep down under the ground. Manju, but how does it get made there? So when the students read the banner, some curiosity developed in the mind that why it is written that the petrol and diesel will not last forever. So the uncle replied that it is formed naturally, and the worker answers that we get it from deep under the ground, and he further explains to the kids that this oil under the ground is formed naturally. It cannot be made by any human being or a machine. Now let's read further. Abraham. Then we don't need to buy it. We can take it out ourselves using a bore well like we pump out water. Now you might have seen a hand pump from which water comes from under the ground. So he is just imagining, like, if diesel is found, petrol or diesel is found under the ground, we can just pump it out very easily like water. Uncle, it is not found everywhere, but only at a few places in our country. We need big machines to pump it out and clean it. Now kids, as the kids are very curious, that they keep on asking that why there is a need to buy petrol when it is found under the earth. We can easily pump and take it out just as water. But the worker, he clears all the doubts of the students and says that it is not found everywhere. It can be seen only at few places, and for that big machines are required to take this out and then clean it for further use. Okay. Now Divya, is petrol going to finish? The poster said that petrol is not going to last forever. Uncle, it does not get made as fast as we take it out. It takes lakhs of years for it to be formed under the earth. Abraham, how will vehicles run if the oil finishes? Manju, on CNG. I had seen on TV that vehicles which run on CNG give less smoke. Uncle, that too comes from below the earth. It is also limited. Now kids, they started discussing about the scarcity of petrol. What will happen if this petrol and diesel will not last forever, and the causes that will happen if this will not last forever. The worker explains them about the formation of oil, that it takes lakhs of years to form, and if we keep on consuming this petrol and diesel, there are chances that the oil below the earth can finish one day. So then there was a discussion about CNG also. CNG, which gives lesser smoke and does not cause a lot of pollution. So we should use the vehicles that run on CNG because they give less pollution also, and less smoke is generated. This CNG, on the other hand, is also a form of oil extracted from deep inside the earth, said the workers. So one of the form of oil that is taken out from the earth. So still we have to take some measures so that this oil can be used wisely, kids. Just think over it and use the petrol wisely. Thank you.